Facebook, social media, Pete Olson. Hope all is well. Happy Sunday to you. Coming live from beautiful Kalispell, Montana at my home here at Jackpot Ranch. Have a great live for you today. Hey, Erickson, good to see you. Have a great live for you today. 8 reasons why silver may make you a multimillionaire here in the very near future. And great topic, great product. So let's get right into it. Number 1, silver is real money, guys. I call it God's money. It's not part of our currency, but it's still money. Obviously, it was money before the fiat currency ever existed. In fact, silver is, I guess you could say, the ultimate form of money because it can't be printed or created out of thin air. Good to see you, Lanchester. And thus, it can't depreciate like paper or what we call fiat currency. And by real money, we do mean physical silver, right? Physical, the real stuff, not on paper, guys. Okay, that doesn't count. We're talking about the real silver. No ETFs, right, or certificates or futures contracts, etc. Those are what people call paper contracts, paper investments, if you will, and they don't carry the same benefits, obviously. So physical silver is a store of value, and here's why. There's no counterparty risk. Silver's never been defaulted on. It has a 5,000-year track record. I mean, that's unheard of. And as the great Mike Maloney says in his book, which I absolutely love, silver is revalued throughout the centuries. And what it's done is it's really taken fiat paper and made it accountable for itself. So, owning physical silver is just very, very, very smart. So number 2, the second reason why owning silver could make you a multimillionaire here in the very near future. Physical silver is a hard asset. Of all the investments that you own, how many can you hold in your hand, right? How many? Don't you love that sound? How many can you just hold right in your hand? So most of the things that we have out there, they're paper profits, digital trading, gosh, what else? Currency creation. Physical silver stands in contrast to as being one of the few assets that you can really put in your pocket and go anywhere with it, even to another country. It's private, it's confidential. It can be as confidential as you want it to be. And it's also a tangible hedge against all the hacking and cybercrime. I mean, I know I've had Bitcoin that's been hacked into in my different wallets. You can't erase, a Silver Eagle coin, for instance. You can't erase silver bullion, right? You just simply can't do that, okay? Number 3, silver is cheap, guys. I think as we speak, silver is about $15.28 an ounce. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insanely cheap. You can literally buy silver for 1/80th the price of gold. I want you to think about that for a second. You can buy silver for 1/80th the price of gold. And it would protect you just as well in the time of crisis. And that's what you get with silver, right? It's much more affordable for the average investor, right? The average investor can afford to do silver. And yet, having a precious metal, it'll help you maintain your standard of living as good as gold does. It's wonderful. As a precious metal, you may not be able to afford to buy a full ounce of gold, but silver can be your ticket to holding some of the precious metals that you want to do to help hedge inflation, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? Number 4, silver is much more practical for everyday small purchases. It's not only cheaper to buy, but it's much more practical when you need to sell, right? You can go in with these 1 ounce rounds. I can go into any coin store, any coin and jewelry store, et cetera, and I can get spot price for my silver immediately. I don't have to wait to sell my home. which could be 18 months later. I can literally have money within minutes, and that's a great thing, guys. It's what we call very, very liquid, and I like that. Yet it's still an asset. Nothing against homes. I love homes. But just silver is much more tangible, and it's much more liquid than the home market. Number 5, silver outperforms gold in bull markets. Okay, silver is a much smaller market, right? So in fact, it's so small that very little money is moving in or out of the industry that can impact the price to a much greater degree than other assets, including gold. Okay. So it's a much greater volatility, and so when the precious metals go down, silver goes down a little bit more. But in a bull market, silver will rise much higher than gold. Okay, number 6, silver inventories are falling. Governments and other institutions have traditionally held inventories of silver, but today more governments no longer hold the big stockpiles of silver, of metal, if you will, both metals. In fact, only countries that warehouse silver are the U.S., India, and Mexico. So that's another big reason that you want to stockpile some silver for yourself. Number 7, industrial use is growing. Now this is a huge one. Most people have no idea that every day they're touched by a product that uses silver in some way. It's used in nearly every major industry in the world, from electronics to medical applications to batteries, solar panels. It's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere, whether you see it or whether you don't see it. All of the elements, silver is the indispensable metal. That's the best way to say it. It's the most electrically conductive, thermally conductive, and reflective. Modern life as we know it couldn't exist without silver. So that industrial use is continuing to grow, hence a huger demand for silver. And number 8, the number 8 reason that silver could make you a multimillionaire here in the very, very near future, supply is about to fall. As you might be aware, some of you might be aware, the silver price crashed after peaking in it was about middle of 2011, and over the next 5 years it fell a whopping just about 75%, about 72.5%. And as a result of that, the miners had to scramble to cut costs to turn a profit. Hey, Stacy, good to see you. One of the areas that was cut dramatically was the exploration and development of the new silver mine. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that if you spend less time and money looking for silver, that you will find less silver. And that drought in exploration and development is starting to take effect. And I hope you guys really enjoyed that. If you like those 8 reasons why silver can make you a multimillionaire in the very, very near future, I've got 2 more reasons why silver can make you a multimillionaire. And I'm telling you guys, number 10 of the last 2, the last one is the one that I think is going to be solely responsible, or the most responsible, for making the average Joe a multimillionaire in the very near future. All you got to do is just DM me, and I will get you those last 2 reasons. Okay? Have a great Sunday. God bless you guys. God bless America. Talk to you real soon.